1 year. You fought so hard for so long, but you were still taken away. It's just so unfair. I'm not okay. I don't think I'll ever be okay. There's so much I wish I could show you. There's so many things I wish I could share with you. I wish I could laugh with you again. I wish I could hug you again. I miss you so much it hurts. I'm trying to do my best here without you, but it's really fucking hard. I hope you're still proud. I love you with all my heart, Pop. Watch over me. Those are words that Wolfgang Van Halen posted today, and there's no doubt in my mind Edward Van Halen is so proud of his son and is watching over him. With all the success he's received from his first album, touring with Guns N' Roses, getting rave reviews, my friends went to go see it and they told me he was incredible. And yes, it's been a year since we've lost my favorite guitar player of all time, Edward Van Halen. This video is sponsored by Wilson in Chicago, who asked me to do this. And Wilson, you know, whatever you want, dude, you get. So, yeah, I figured, you know, I'd do a little tribute to Eddie, but I'll add a couple more things. Like, I'm going to show you my, other than my CDs, I got some, well, I guess I'll grab them, edit it, but I'm going to show you my Van Halen collection on vinyl for now. And I'm going to say what's my favorite song off each Van Halen album. So, and I'll tell you my favorites in order. This is my favorite one, Van Halen 1. And Game Changer. My favorite off here is On Fire. Definitely. Alright, then Van Halen 2. I'll never forget, my friend in lunch in junior high came up to me. He heard Van Halen 2 before me, and he said it sucked. It's terrible. It's like, it's poppy. It's not like the first album, and I still fucking bought it. And I know what he was saying as far as different, but this is an amazing album. This is my second favorite Van Halen album, but yes, it starts with You're No Good, then goes into Dance the Night Away, both incredible songs, but a weird way to start the album, you know, so yeah, I can see how I took them for a loop, but after that it rocked, man. You have Somebody Get Me a Doctor, Bottoms Up, and my favorite song off the album, Out of Love Again. And it's my second favorite Van Halen song overall. On Fire is my favorite. Light Up the Sky. Spanish Fly. DOA, Woman in Love, Beautiful Girls. Incredible album. Love it. Then came this one. This is the first tour I saw. It was second row on the Women and Children First tour. Unbelievable show. Totally blew my mind. At that time, it was the greatest show I ever saw in my life. And it's tough to pick a favorite one on here. It's either Take Your Whiskey Home or In a Simple Rhyme. Kind of torn between both, but every song on here rules. Romeo Delight would be a close second to that tie. Then I saw this tour in the nosebleeds, not second row, nosebleeds, and it was even better than the Women and Children First tour. This was the greatest show I ever saw in my life, before and after. I have never seen any band top the Fair Warning show, not even Van Halen, and trust me, I saw the next two tours and they were phenomenal, A+. This one was A++. Favorite song off here? Hear About It Later. I saw this tour on, I could have the day of the week wrong, I believe it was a Friday. They played 2 nights at the Hollywood Sportatorium, a Thursday and Friday. Well, that Thursday, I would have went to see this twice, but that Thursday, Judas Priest came on Screaming for Vengeance. I never seen them before. So it was awesome. I saw Judas Priest, which was the greatest time I saw Priest. Then the next night I went to go see this. And it was just a flawless show. One thing I'll never forget about this show was before they came on stage, they played through the amplifiers at full blast. Ooh, what a lucky man he was. Who is that? Emerson, Lake and Palmer, I think. I mean, so loud before they came on stage. I don't know why. Favorite song off here? Oh, and by the way, I love this album. A lot of people bash this album. I like it more than 1984. I think this and Van Halen 2 are the greatest summertime albums. And I got to give it to the Full Bug. The Full Bug would be my favorite off this one. And then 1984. Great album, man. But you know, I mean, like I said, I haven't been keeping track on my favorites. My favorite is Van Halen 1, then Van Halen 2, then Women and Children First, then Fair Warning, then Diver Down, then 1984. Yes, I love the Van Halen albums in order. And I love this album. And my favorite song off here is Hot for Teacher. Hot for Teacher for me, if it wasn't a big smash hit, I think it'd be everybody's favorite. But, you know, everybody's going to have to say House of Pain, Girl Gone Bad, Drop Dead Legs, Top Jimmy, whatever, you know. But not many people will say Jump Panama or Hot for Teacher. I'll Wait too is another one. Hot for Teacher to me is like the most ripping, you know, classic Van Halen sounding song on this album, I think. It's a great album. And I went to number 2 because of Michael Jackson's Thriller. If Michael Jackson's Thriller was never released at that time, that would have been a number 1 album, and so would have Def Leppard's Pyromania. That never went number 1 because of Michael Jackson. And how many albums did that sell? Alright, then the next studio album, I mean for me, because I do not count anything between 1984 and up to this album. My personal preference. It's my taste, alright? So simmer down, pickle whistlers. This is nothing against you if you like anything between it. That's fine with me. I really don't care. And you shouldn't care either, that I really don't consider anything between 1984 and this album a Van Halen album. This one's a tough one to pick a favorite. And by the way, I love this album. I even love Tattoo. You know, it's probably my least favorite on here, but I love this song. But man, it's so hard to pick between Honey Baby Sweetie Doll, As Is. I mean, really those two. But then there's Bullethead right behind it, and Out of Space, She's a Woman, You and Your Blues. This whole album rules. And a lot of people complain because they say, well, it's just a bunch of reworked demos from the old days. I mean, you know, here's a reality check. Every Van Halen album that I just held so far have redone demos. House of Pain from 1984 is an old demo. Hang 'em High, a different title, was off an old demo from Diver Down. Mean Street was called Voodoo Queen. Women and Children First had In Simple Rhyme, which was an old demo. And Somebody Get Me, every album. So, yeah, I love it. Alright, now I'm going to show you everything else I have on vinyl. I want to thank my friend Wayne Noon for getting me this one. This is called Die Laughing. Now, I've had this bootleg forever on a CD called Dress to Kill. It's an amazing soundboard show where they're playing Pasadena, I believe. And it's right before the first album was released. Dave even announced it. And Michael Anthony dedicates You Really Got Me to Ted Templeman. Great, great sounding bootleg. A lot of people bash this album. Now, I will admit, Dave sounds rusty on a few songs. Not all songs. I think he sounds just fine on Romeo's Delight, I'll Wait, a bunch of songs. He sounds great on it. And then there's some that's, yeah, it's pretty fucking abysmal. But I don't mind it. The only thing I complain is this box that kind of sucks. Is when you open it up, it's just the sleeves and the album. But still, it's a great live album, you know. Now, Dave sounds rusty in spots, but whatever. This is the Zero demos, which is the Gene Simmons release demos. This is, let me take it out. This is on green vinyl. And it sounds amazing. It's a great, great sounding album. And it's got Dave on the cover, on the little vinyl here, and green vinyl. Really cool stuff that I bought on eBay many years ago, and the guy didn't have many, so I don't know if you can get any more for the price I paid. I believe I paid 25 bucks for this. I know it was less than 30. Maybe it was shipping, it was almost 30 bucks. But now I'm going to edit and grab the CDs I have. Well, I still haven't put my Van Halen, all my CDs in alphabetical order, so I only found 2. This is one called The Lost Electric Ladyland Sessions, which pretty much is the Gene Simmons demos, and then it has some live in Pasadena stuff, which is a bootleg. And then I have this one, which is what I held up earlier. This one's called Live USA, which is the one that's Die Laughing. I also have this one called Dress to Kill that has those bootlegs, and plus it has like a live recording of like Bullet Head from the 70s that, you know, it's kind of rocky sounding. Shot Down in Flames, which turned out to be Tattoo later on. But anyway, it's been a year, man. I'll never forget. Last year I made a video about it. I was hanging out with my friend Eve, since I've known since '83. She lives in New York. She came down here and I hung out with her that day, and we both found out together Eddie passed away, and it was, man, did it devastate me. But all hail Eddie, man. He's my favorite guitar player. To me, Van Halen was the greatest live band. Nobody can touch them. I mean, as far as I've gone to shows, and believe me, I've been going to shows since 1979. I must have seen about 1.5 squillion shows, and I've never seen any band match the pure fire of Van Halen. The way they were live, man, it was an event, and just, I never seen an audience go so damn crazy. From the Women and Children First tour all the way to 1984. All those tours were insane. And Eddie, one thing I will say about Eddie, and it might not be a popular opinion, back in the 80s, I mean, hands down, he's my favorite, my whole life. He's been my favorite guitar player, but I gotta say, man, and I've never seen anybody say this, but I honestly do believe this. On the Different Kind of Truth tour and that last one, which was, you know, the promoting the live album, I never seen Eddie play that good. That was the best I've ever seen Eddie the last 2 times. The last 2 tours that Eddie played, he was unbelievably amazing. It was like, and I gotta say, when they reunited with Roth on '07, he was a little sloppy that night. I mean, he played awesome, but Ice Cream Man was a disaster, and a couple other ones too. But the last 2 tours, unbelievably great. So, you know, we all miss Eddie, man. I still miss him. I always will miss him, you know. I miss Joey Ramone. I miss Randy Rhoads. I miss Bon Scott. I miss everybody that's gone, and I'll never stop missing all of them, including Eddie. So rest in peace, Edward, man. Wolfgang, I'm sure you're so proud of your kid. Such a talented kid that's 30 years old at 31. We keep calling him kid because it's, you know, it's the way we look at him. Godspeed, Eddie. You rule. And thank you so much, Wilson from Chicago. I hope I made you proud with my little, you know, tribute to Edward Van Halen, where I threw in a little extra, you know, talking about the records and stuff. So that's all I wanted to say, man. It's been a year, and man, time flies. It just seemed like an hour ago. I was hanging out with my friend Eve, and we heard that news. Anyway, thank you for watching, everybody. If you'd like to donate, I got a PayPal in the description below, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Right on. Stay frosty. Listen to some classic Van Halen, and schmack 'em a gob.